And now, let season 6 begin. Education time. What is sexual orientation? What do you think sexual orientation is? Now, I'm straight. So what does that mean? I'm into guys. That's pretty much it. Anyone who calls himself gay, but is a guy gay, is into the same sex guys. A woman who's gay, lesbian, is into other females. And bis are into both women and men. And no, they're not confused. They have the best of both worlds. No pun there. Sexual orientation refers to an enduring pattern of emotional, romantic, and/or sexual attractions to men, women, or both sexes. Sexual orientation also refers to a person's sense of identity based on those attractions, related behaviors, and membership in a community of others who share those attractions. Research over several decades has demonstrated that sexual orientation ranges along a continuum from exclusive attraction to the other sex to exclusive attraction to the same sex. However, sexual orientation is usually discussed in terms of 3 categories. Heterosexual, have an emotional, romantic, or sexual attraction to members of the other sex. Gay and lesbian, have an emotional, romantic, or sexual attraction to members of one's own sex. And bisexual, have an emotional, romantic, or sexual attraction to both men and women. This range of behaviors and attractions has been described in various cultures and nations throughout the world. Many cultures use identity labels to describe people who express these attractions. In the United States, the most frequent labels are lesbians, women attracted to women, gay men, men attracted to men, and bisexual people, men or women attracted to both sexes. However, some people may use different labels or none at all. Some people don't really care what they call themselves. Some people just call them queer because they don't really care if they're called gay or lesbian or bi. They just want to be left alone, and they would just love whoever they want to love. Like, for instance, pansexuals is like bi, by the way, except they focus more on the personality than on the actual sex of the person. And no, they do not love pans. That's the joke there. Sexual orientation is distinct from other components of sex and gender, including biological sex, the anatomical, physiological, and genetic characteristics associated with being male or female, gender identity, the psychological sense of being male or female, and social gender, role, the cultural norms that define feminine and masculine behavior. I talked about that earlier on my channel, didn't I? Sexual orientation is commonly discussed as if it was only a characteristic of an individual, like biologically sex, gender identity, or age. This perspective is incomplete because sexual orientation is defined in terms of relationships with others. People express their sexual orientation through behaviors with others, including such simple actions as holding hands or kissing. Those sexual orientations is closely tied to the intimate personal relationships that meet deeply felt needs for love, attachment, and intimacy. In addition to sexual behaviors, these bonds include non-sexual physical affections between partners, shared goals and values, mutual support, and ongoing commitment. Therefore, sexual orientation is not merely a personal characteristic within an individual. Rather, one's sexual orientation defines the group of people in which one is likely to find the satisfying and fulfilling romantic relationships that are an essential component of personal identity for many people. understand now. Even asexuals, people who do not have sex at all, they're called asexuals. They still go into relationships without having sex because all they care about is knowing each other. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. The next video I'll be talking about is how do people know if they are lesbian, gay, or bisexual. And I think that one would be easy to talk about. Bye now, everybody.